G'day viewers, if you're into such things, you may have seen yet another report of disgraced serial sex offender Louis C.K. doing another unannounced appearance at a comedy club, trying to revive his career, which has been sidelined, well, because he's a serial sex offender. So here's one of the famous and powerful men caught up in the Me Too movement. You know how all those innocent men have been found out and had their lives ruined? Well, he, like all of these high-profile cases, is not innocent. And just in case someone's about to jump in with some of the rape apologist talking points of, what about due process? Innocent until proven guilty. He completely admitted to all the accusations against him. These had been an open secret in comedy circles for years. The short version is he had a habit of whipping his dick out in front of women and jerking it when they didn't want him to, and abusing his powerful position. And he was basically the most powerful and influential comedian in America. He used that position and the network of people who protected him to threaten women. If they ever caused a scene about him doing it, they would have their careers destroyed. So it isn't just that he did this. It isn't that he did it repeatedly over many years. He also abused his powerful position to threaten people who were on the receiving end of his disgusting behaviour, and he did it with impunity for years. Now, here's one reason I'm super angry about him and his behaviour. He was my favourite comedian. I just thought he was pretty much the best comedian in the world, you know, out there doing really interesting stuff. And then these rumours started circulating. They were around for years. And I kept wishing someone would put their name to them, because unsourced allegations is a bit of a bridge too far. And then, yes, surely Me Too came along and several women stepped forward and said, the rumours you've been hearing, they're about me. He did it to me. And then CK came out and said, it's all true. Gosh, I'm sorry. And he's been doing these comedy club appearances over the last couple of months, testing the waters. You know, it's like, oh, has he been timed out for long enough? Has this serial sex offender and power abuser been punished for long enough? I haven't even fucking changed my smoke alarm batteries since this all came out. But apparently that's enough time for someone who spent years exploiting women and abusing them through his powerful network. Apparently that's enough of a time out for him, because he is being increasingly welcome. There is no way he deserves a comeback at this point. So, oh, don't people deserve a second chance? Yeah, some people do. Some people who genuinely work to atone, but he is a fucking liar. He was never sorry. He was sorry he was caught. And he's just coming back like, oh, I guess I can just keep making millions of dollars now. In his most recent appearance, you know, he joked about how he'd been through hell. And, he said he lost $35 million in an hour, which I guess was a reference to his movie, which was literally about to come out. It got shit canned after the truth about him came out. And again, not allegations, not accusations, truth. He fully admitted that the stories that had been going around for years were absolutely true. And just as a brief aside, the guys who go, oh, it wasn't that bad, and it's not universally guys, but it is mostly men who do this, go, that's not even that bad. He didn't actually rape someone. I hope that when someone like that basically clearly tells you exactly how they feel about women being sexually harassed, abused, and threatened, I hope you listen, because they are telling you something really important about themselves there. And if you are one of these dipshits who say things like that, yeah, it's about 99% likely that any women unfortunate enough to come across you know that about you. And particularly the ones who go, oh, all these talk about how widespread abuse of women is. It's never happened to anyone I know. Yeah, it has. They don't say anything to you because they know who you are and they know you can't be trusted. And just a little aside. Getting back to CK, my big reason why he doesn't deserve to have his comeback, because he's never shown any genuine remorse. He's just upset that he got caught. And the big tell for me is how fucking stupid he was to not get out in front of it. He'd been protected for so long. He'd been getting away with this shit. And again, I stress, this did not happen once or twice. This kept happening over years. This is who he is and what he does, okay? Not a one-off, not something he stopped doing. It's something he did over years. And he was so used to getting away with it that he thought it would go on forever. A stupid prick, even in a totally cynical way, if he hadn't have been so self-absorbed, he could have got away basically scot-free if he genuinely understood what he had done was wrong. When he looked, the whole Me Too go, when Harvey Weinstein got pinged, he's basically one of the most powerful men in Hollywood. And the level of protection he had was orders of magnitude stronger than the level of protection Seeker had. I mean, the Weinstein Company was paying out millions of dollars in settlements because of the horrific abuse of Harvey Weinstein. And yes, his abuse was way worse than CK's, but also his protection was way stronger. And when you see him go down, it is so obvious if you are a high-profile person who's doing this shit, like Matt Lauer, like Louis C.K., you are going to be outed. The silence that has protected you for years, the clock's ticking, and it's going to go. Can you imagine if CK hadn't waited for people to step forward and say, this is him and this is what he done? If he had stepped forward, if he had said, look, I'm looking at what's happening and there are things that are important, and I've looked at myself and I see my own failings. I have done terrible things. I convinced myself they weren't terrible. That's not wrong. I need to get out and own this, take responsibility, and work hard on being better. If he had said that before anyone came out and named him in accusations, he would have gotten off basically scot-free. I mean, the fact is, he's very close to getting away with it now. Can you imagine if he'd actually got out in front of the allegations? People would have gone, oh, how brave. I mean, he would have been a fucking hero to so many people. Like, oh, he didn't have to do that. Look, see, he's not a monster like Harvey Weinstein. He's a guy. He made mistakes, but he's owning it and saying it's wrong, and he's going to be better. But the motherfucker was too self-absorbed, too used to being protected, too used to abusing his position to really take stock of what a piece of fucking shit he is. And if he'd have done that, there would have been some redeeming features. But he didn't, and his apology was just, sorry I got caught, and it's all bullshit.